Right, we have here the 2014 Queensland Senior External Exam for Physics. This is Paper 1, Part A, Section 1, Short Response, and it's Question 5. The first thing we do is we carefully read the question. Respond to this question on page 25 of your response book. Two in-phase point sources A and B generate water waves as indicated in the diagram below. Solid lines indicate crests and dotted lines indicate troughs. Draw in a minimum of 4 of the nodal lines created by the interference pattern of the two sources. Okay, we read, now we go through and identify what it is they're asking us to do. So, identifying the important information. A and B, here we have A and B. They generate waves as indicated. Solid lines indicate crests and dotted lines indicate troughs, as so. Draw in a minimum of 4 nodal lines. So we need to understand what a nodal line is created by the interference pattern. So to add into our diagram, a nodal line, so we have nodes and we have antinodes. Antinodes are the maxima. Nodes are the minima. A node occurs where a crest and a trough pass over one another. Antinodes is where we have a double crest or we have a double trough. So in this particular case we're looking at 4 of the nodal lines. So the nodal lines, let's go here for the deciding. The nodal lines created by the interference pattern is where we actually have a crest and a trough pass over one another. So coming out from B, where we have a crest and a trough, there, there, and there, and there, there, and there, like so. If we have a look, an antinode with 2 troughs here, an antinode with 2 crests here. The standing wave that's set up here through the middle will actually have a node here between the 2 crests and the 2 troughs. The 2 troughs and the 2 crests. So here's our first nodal line that we can draw in. Anywhere along that line we will have destructive interference. Because this is a symmetrical pattern, we'll have exactly the same on the other side. Crest and trough, 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 with our standing wave that's set up between A and B. At A we have a double crest. Here at this point we have a double trough, so halfway between those 2 maxima we'll have a minima or a node, and so therefore we can draw in. So there we have 2 nodal lines. We need to do a total of 4 nodal lines, so we need 2 more values. Let's move across where we go crest and trough, crest and trough, crest and trough, crest and trough, like so here on this side. Again, with our standing wave between A and B, we've got a double trough and a double crest. So halfway between here, we're going to have a nodal point, and so we can draw in this nodal line. It's symmetrical about the perpendicular bisector, and so perpendicular bisector of the line joining A and B. We go through and we label all of our crests and troughs and our node here in the middle between our double trough and our double crest, and so we go like so. So this one here will be the first minima, this one here will be the second minima. That's on the right hand side. On the left hand side we have our first minima on nodal line, and here we have our second minima. Let's go through and see whether our answer actually makes sense, whether we have actually answered the question. Draw in a minimum of 4 nodal lines, 1, 2, 3, 4 nodal lines, created by the interference pattern of the 2 point sources, and that is worth 2 marks.